People, welcome to another edition of that finger-tapping frenzy that we all know and love. It's WWE SuperCard with me, Big Jim, here in the luxurious surroundings of BadLadDad HQ. Now, a bit more of a relaxed video this evening and a bit quieter because the family's all asleep. It's gone 10 o'clock in the evening here in the UK on a Monday evening, and we've had our event, Second Edge, which I managed to get, so we'll have a quick look at that. But the reason why I thought it was worth doing a video this evening is just to share some good news. It's nice to have good news when it comes to this blooming game of ours. Firstly, Otis, Team Ringdomidimdum. Team Ringdomidimdum, that is big news for me because that is going to give me a pro. And he's going to be my first normal pro. As you can see, I'm just working on his games. He's leveled up. But as you will have probably noticed already, the astute among you will have gone, Big Jim, what have you been up to? As you can see, not only have I got his edgiousness there, I also have a Kevin Nash pro, and I also have a Scott Hall pro, which I'm very, very pleased about. But they did come at a price. One of those came from doing one of those horrendous 10 rounds of opening cards in a pack, which I can't recommend because they're quite expensive. But I did do it, and that's where I got Scott from one. And then these flipping fusions. I've been chaining these fusions. Chaining the flipping things I have. And what I'm going to do is... Oh, the other one's only got 37 minutes now. I'll probably open them both. I was just going to open one because when I was planning on making this video, it was about 6 hours ago. So I only just started the second one. Let's have a look and see if we can boost these. I have pulled so many flipping useless cards from these. Obviously, there's some good ones in there too, but oh. Right, let's have a look. Any luck? No, no luck. Look at that. What use is that? What use is that? It's no good to man the beast, is it? In all honesty, 6 hours waiting for that. Go on then, let's do this. 80 coinages. Get those 80 coinages. It's going to be something completely garbage again, isn't it? Yeah, well, this is pretty much par for the course. As many of you predicted when these fusions first came out, and I was like, wow, this looks amazing. You're all saying, yeah, but it starts at common and moves upwards. It's just not worth it. And for a large part, it's not really been worth it. I did get another Royal Rumble fusion done. I've now got about 4 or 5 singles. If we just go back to my cards, Deckhead, Royal Rumble, still got quite a few to combine if I can be bothered. But fusion-wise, actually I'm doing this. Shows I don't really need these reading glasses, doesn't it? I forgot to put these on. Roman Reigns. What do you have to call yourself Chelsea for? What a rotten name. Call yourself West Ham. Right, and there's Elias without his guitar, and Mustafa Ali. So 4 singles. I exaggerated. I said 5. That's me all over, isn't it? Just exaggerating. Let's go into combinables. I have actually just burnt some of these off, to be honest. I had a Rizar and was it Scott Hall? Not Scott Hall. Mr. Dawkins. Whoever it was. It was low down in the ranks, and I just thought, well, I'm moving beyond needing some of these lower characters. I suppose the best way is to look in the Road to Glory deck, and you can see. Oh, it's there already. You can see the strength of what I've got. Still not in WrestleMania plus, still a bit of a way to go there. But as you can see, we're down to Roderick as my 16th best male card, and Otis will come in and push Rodders out. But of course, and you can see the female line up there, getting quite a strong array of Royal Rumble for males down at the bottom there. But you've got to be careful because it's not just a case of saying now, okay, as soon as Rodders gets pushed out, he's the weakest card, so you can burn him into somebody else. Because of course, firstly, you might pull another one of him. What's he on at the moment? He's an F1. He's an F1 legend. Obviously, you could pull another card, and that could push him back in front of Shinsuke. So there's that aspect, but probably a more important aspect is you've got to think of your giants. Think of the giants. Well, nobody think of the giants. You've got to look at your cards here and see your fourth best card. So as you can see, Rodders is actually my fourth best card for speed. So I would need to keep him even if he got pushed out of Road to Glory, if the card that replaced him isn't another yellow up arrow. So you've got to start thinking along those lines. And I did actually, I was going to think to say this to you anyway, but I got caught myself. I was so excited in levelling up some of these females that my left arrow, I think what happened was I had the two Becky Lynches as singles, and of course I pro'd her, and I had nothing to put in its place, so I had to stick a Gothic in there for now, just to fill a gap, and then hopefully get myself back up towards WrestleMania if I can. Now, obviously, I think it's going to take a Rumble Pro probably to get me into plus, so I need to start landing a few females from WM36, Trademark Incorporated. What did you think of WM36? Over 2 nights, a lot of people seemed quite pleased with it. Brief summary, Taker Styles made the most of the genre, should we say. I enjoyed that, and Drew McIntyre, good laddie. Ninja particularly pleased. He kind of let on that he was pleased. He's not watching so much wrestling these days, but the Scottish roots of the Monroe family came out to bear very much there. Ninja actually follows the Scotland football team as well. He's just gone totally Scottish in his roots. I'm still an England fan. I was actually born in this country, as was he. He was born in London. But for some reason, he's decided to follow his granddad's line and declare himself Scottish. But good for him. You've got to have individuals in this country, haven't you? In this world, not just in this country. So he was very pleased to see the Scotsman become WWE Champione. Right, now I had 2 more things. No, 1 more thing I wanted to open, which was, what was it? Was it in the Rumble? Was it in the Rumble? Go in the Rumble, Jim. Rewards. I'm going to waste 2,000 points. Let's go and have a look. I'm not going to be collecting whatever it's going to take for a WrestleMania card, 13 grand or whatever they lump it in at. So let's give this a go. I'm not holding out much hope. Don't know about you. I'm not holding out much hope, but we'll give it a go and see what we get. Actually, a female, a left pointy female would be useful, of a Gothic nature. A Gothic? Of a Rumble nature. Well, look, that's not, it's not a female. Mr. Perfect is definitely not a female. And there's no sign, unless that last card flips round in my favour, there's no sign of a WrestleMania 36 either. No, it's another Vanguard. Rhea Ripley? Lefty! That's what we wanted, a lefty! We got a lefty! And AJ. Well, that's made that kind of worthwhile, in a way, I have to say. That's quite useful. I'm pleased with that, to be honest. Let's just go back and check Deckhead. Deckhead. And she's come straight in. Look at that. Okay, that's useful. And now what I do need to do is make sure I lock her down, don't burn her off. Right, there was that. And then, so I thought I've opened the other pack, haven't I? The Fusions. So let's have a quick look at King of the Ring, see how I'm doing. I'm tickling along like a wood here, 2-0 down. I did power up as well. Right, I've got game on here. Game on here. I'm going to struggle here. I've got to win 3 and a bounce, basically, haven't I, to progress. I really don't do King of the Rings much these days. I use them to power cards up, to be honest, or level cards up. Let's do a little bit of action in Team Ringdomidimdum and see what we can get. Yeah, so it's quite strange. I got a pull right near the start of the tier when I was already in WM36 plus. And then had nothing for ages through the 2 events till yesterday when I got whatever the bottom card it's in the tier. Was it? Who was it? Can't remember. Do you know what? I've got the worst WrestleMania 36 cards going out of all my pulls. I think Roderick Strong is my best card from the pools, and he's something like 36th out of the 70 cards that are available. So I've got nothing in the top half. Do I sound like I'm moaning? I probably do, don't I? Yeah. It's probably because I am moaning. There's a good reason for that. Right, we're all pretty much for muchness here, aren't we? I kind of prefer it when we've got a couple of weak cards in there, because you can throw them in as cannon fodder and then bring your big guns into play. But I guess we've all got more or less the best cards in the deck to make sure that we stand a chance of winning. Are we okay with that? We should be okay with that. As long as there's no pro in. So how are you guys doing with your various adventures? I must admit, I just can't be doing with the heroic sides of the event cards anymore. It's just too much. It's too time consuming. It takes too long, and I don't want to be devoting my entire weekend to just playing the game. This game has been around for 6 seasons, as you well know. Oh God, what am I deliberating on here? Let's chuck him in there. For 6 seasons, and so 6 years of non-stop playing. It wears a man out. It wears a lad out. It wears girls out. It wears us all out, doesn't it? So I just think they need to ease up on the heroic side, to be quite honest. I did quite like the idea with Daniel Bryan, where we got a chance to actually enhance the event card. That was a bit of fun. But yeah, so I didn't go beyond Edge on Ringdomidimdum to go onto the heroic side. I just called it a day. On Saturday when I got Edge, I thought, right, Sunday, day off, day away from playing, and also a day off from work. I know that a lot of you, probably like me, are either working from home, or you're having to do your schoolwork from home, or what have you, which can be a bit of a bind. But I've actually been flipping busy, I have to say. It's been non-stop with the projects that I'm working on at the moment, so I'm not actually getting the chance to play during the day. I mean, I had visions, all this working from home like, I had visions of feet up, Xbox controller at the ready, nice cold beer by my side, and making the most of some home time, and obviously with Ninja at home too. The reality has been logging in at about 8 o'clock in the morning into a system, a joint system that the company that I'm helping out at the moment, we're all working on. And we're planning on something that's launching sort of later in the year. And so there's a lot of work to be done. And obviously when you're not working in the location you're normally working, we're based in Piccadilly in London, doing everything from home is not so easy. There's an awful lot of conference calls, an awful lot of chatting to video screens and listening to people talking about things. And when you're in an office and you're in a meeting and people are going on a bit, you can say, oh, sorry, got to pop out, got to go. When you're sat at home and they can see you, because one of the rules they've made is that you've got to have your video screen on so they can see you're not just lying in bed with your feet up or something, which is fair enough. It's a fair rule. I mean, they are still paying the moolah to keep us busy, so they're entitled to check up on us now and again. But it does mean it's not so easy to just pop out. And I'll almost get to the point where I'm going to have to pay Ninja Boy a couple of quid to come in and say, Dad, there's an emergency. He can grab me out. But knowing him, he'll probably call me out the wrong meeting. Right, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Let's put him there and see where we go from there. Got no upsies and downsies on this. We should have coordinated this as a team. We've got no up or down arrows. I need to perhaps have a word with the lads and see if we can see if anyone's got any up or down arrows. That's the problem, because Edge is a left arrow, isn't he? Scott and Kev, one's a left and one's a right. So you've got out of those 3 cards, which are obviously going to be the top tier cards at the moment, 2 of them are a lefty and one's a righty, which doesn't leave us, doesn't do much for the yellow gang, does it? Doesn't do much for the yellow boys. What time have we got here? It's 25 past. I've been waffling. How long have I been waffling on for already? So this is what happens when you start playing. Just to follow up on what I was saying about Ninja Boy, with Ninja Boy, in fact, the other day, I have got all the equipment that I had when we used to record the FIFA videos and everything. Although we've now moved home, I do still have all of that equipment. It's packed away, but I've promised him I'm going to dig it out this weekend, and we're going to do a couple of trial runs on Rocket League. Get Ninja on Rocket League so you can see what he's up to. And if the recordings go okay, then we can perhaps look at doing some streaming. Or that may be on Twitch rather than on YouTube, because that's obviously a better medium for streaming, particularly with gaming. But that's a bit further down the line. What we've got to start off with is just seeing if everything records and coordinates okay, so that you can see Ninja in action. Right, do one more round of this and then I'll get out your faces. You've probably seen enough of me for now, haven't you? Right, we're doing okay considering we're only 25 minutes in or so, 30 minutes in. A little bit of chiselling from the boys, it's good to see. Right, come on, last Ringdomidimdum. Yeah, so I haven't had a pull yesterday. I'm not anticipating anything jumping out at us right now. Hey look, I've got some upsies and downsies after all. They were just hiding. Oh gosh, although they're the weak ones, aren't they? All of them. Stick him there. Yeah, so WrestleMania 36, you've probably got fed up with commenting on it already, haven't you? You've probably commented on several people's videos already, talking about WrestleMania 36 and what you thought and everything. I have to say, hats off to WWE for at least trying to produce something in a time when there's not an awful lot of as live entertainment. Obviously it was pre-recorded. They did very well in keeping some of the results hidden. The production team there obviously will sign their disclaimers to not give away any secrets, and they did pretty well with that. I didn't see too many people calling things exactly right. In fact, I didn't see anyone calling everything right, so that shows that they did the trick. But yeah, it's still, I suppose we've got to adapt to it, haven't we? We've got to get used to a new way of seeing things and doing things, because who knows how long we're going to be stuck in this scenario. And there's news this evening, I don't know why I laughed, sorry about that. There's news this evening that the UK's Prime Minister has gone into intensive care, Boris Johnson. So maybe that will make some people realise that this thing's a bit more serious than some people seem to think. There's a park here in London on Saturday. We had really nice weather over the weekend. Possibly the best weather of the year so far. And there was a park in London. There were three. This is the police reported. There were 3,000 people in the park, sunbathing in large groups, playing ball games, and just generally chilling out. Which is fine ordinarily, but at a time when you're all meant to be at home, unless leaving home because you're an essential worker, or in cases of extreme emergency, or perhaps just having your allowable sort of 10-minute stroll to get some sort of fitness, there shouldn't be 3,000 people sitting in the park. So they closed the park. So now those people who do want to get their exercise and what have you can't use it. Because they're doing their best to try and make people understand you've got to stay indoors. What have you got to do? You've got to stay indoors and play WWE SuperCard. So there we go, people. Thanks ever so much for watching. Didn't get anything of note there, did I? Didn't get anything of note, but it just gave me an idea to see where I'm at. I'd be interested to see where you've got to. How have you been doing with these fusions, the NWO fusions? Have you been landing the big boys, or have you just had complete dross? A lot of people have been sending me tweets saying that they've had absolutely nothing out of it. It's not barely worth being cannon fodder, because some of the levels of the cards are barely making any difference when you're feeding them into the big cards that we've got right now. And I've already had to start sacrificing some Royal Rumble cards to feed up my WrestleManias. That's the problem. See, this fortification, That's one problem, because you're now keeping hold of things that you perhaps would have got rid of previously. As I gave you that example earlier, there's a card that will get pushed out of your road to glory. But you need to keep hold of it for Giants Unleashed. And then the females, they had everyone scrabbling around going, my female deck's rubbish. I need more females, give me more females. We've not used them for anything yet, so what gives? Anyway, there we go, people, that's it. Anything you'd like to talk about, bung a few comments down below. But of course, more importantly, if you want to see some more of this, what have you got to do? Give me a like, subscribe down below, hit that bell notification thing, and in theory, you'll get to find out when the next videos are coming out. Better way, perhaps, follow us on Twitter, there's Instagram, there's Facebook. Till I see you next time, you stay cool.
People say to me all the time, hey Johnny Wrestling, what does it take to become a winner? To those people I say, try watching BadLadDad's latest video. He'll show you just what it takes to become a WWE SuperCard champion.